Hello and welcome to the Irish Streaming Network presented by Smithfield Homes. I'm Senior Parker Bevins, along 3-year head coach of the Irish football team, Steve Matthews. Coach, thanks for being with us today.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it, Parker.
So, like you and I were talking about a little bit earlier, this team's kind of had a rocky season at the beginning, but we're on a big winning streak now. So, kind of tell us a little bit about what that means to be on such a long streak going into this state championship game.
Well, I'm extremely proud of our young men. To start the way we did, and I got to be honest, it wasn't completely a surprise. Last year we were 9-0 in the regular season and just ripping through everybody. And we sat down as a coaching staff and made a decision. Hey, let's take it a little bit easier this year in fall camp. Maybe not pound on them so much, just because last year I really feel like we run out of gas. There at the end. The players week 9, 10, even the first round of the playoffs didn't play real well, and then of course second round Fulton beat us up pretty good. So we felt like it possibly could sacrifice some games early using this strategy, but we were hoping in the back end. At the end of the year and into the playoffs, we'd be hitting on all cylinders, and so far that's came to fruition.
So, like you were saying, we have lost to Fulton the last 2 years before this, and then beat Fulton, Greenville, and Marshall County on the way to this game. So kind of tell us a little bit about, as a coach, what that means to you, knowing that your team's been able to knock off so many high-caliber opponents up to this point.
It's been great. We just talk about Team X. Every time we go out and play, we're not necessarily trying to beat Fulton or beat Greenville. We're just trying to be the best Catholic football team we can be. And really, Fulton, we played really well early and didn't really play as well as we could late in the game. And there's even some spots against Greenville where we can play a lot better. So we're trying constantly just to be the best program we can possibly be. But again, the credit goes to these young men showing their resiliency early in the year. Their backs are against the wall. A lot of people doubting them. Keep believing. Kept practicing hard, and now I think the team chemistry has really come together, and we're gelling at the right time.
So, what do you think are going to be some of the keys to the game to get a win against Pearl-Cohn this week?
Pearl-Cohn is extremely athletic. They're in the same realm athletically as Fulton, who's one of the most athletic teams you'll see. Their defensive line is as good as we've played. They're very active, very athletic. They run to the ball. And then offensively, they got a really good quarterback. He scrambles in the pocket. He's able to make plays, kind of off script, as we say. Not necessarily the play that's called, but he's able to move around and just make plays with his athleticism. And those are two big concerns going into Saturday.
So, the past week we had Amari Rogers and Cade Mays go up to Nashville. They're Mr. Football Finalists. So, is that kind of comforting as a coach, knowing that you've got two kids that are the best players, in the state, so to speak, on your team?
Extremely, yeah. Cade finished runner-up. In my opinion, he's a sophomore, and I had a newspaper reporter tell me before the voting, nobody's ever won it 3 years in a row. And if you don't won it this year, you probably could go and pencil him in for 3 years in a row. So he's a young guy, and in my opinion, they're the two best players in the state in any classification, and both are good young men. Their grades are outstanding. They do the right things in the classroom. In fact, both of them were invited to do a TV broadcast last night at 8:30 at night, and most guys would jump at that chance. Both of them tell me, Coach, we got tests. We can't be there. We have to study, so really proud of both those guys.
Well, Coach, we wish you the best of luck for the rest of the season. I'm Parker Bevins with the Irish Streaming Network presented by Smithfield Homes. Have a great day and go Irish.